Oh, are we on the air?
Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. I wanted to share with you guys 10 quick tips for beginners. Now, who are beginners? If you've been playing this game for less than 5 years, you're a beginner. And I know that a lot of you guys, especially you younger guys, you watched a lot of the videos. Maybe you read a book, but you watched all the videos and you think that you're good and you think that you know what's going on. If you've been playing in your local pool hall and especially your local bar, almost exclusively, you have no idea how much you don't know. There's no way you have even 50% of the information that you need to be really good at this game if you've been playing on a local level. Now, just because you watch the videos and maybe you read a book or two, it does not make you a good player. So understand that you don't know how much you don't know. I've been playing this game seriously for 30 years. Make instructional videos and give lessons, and I still learn something new every couple weeks. So you don't know how much you don't know. If you only have limited practice time on a table, do not play games. Practice, do drills, shoot balls in rotation. Do things that get you better at the game. Playing your buddies does not get you better at pool. What it does is split up your time at the table. So if you play somebody of equal level as you and you play 8-ball over and over again with somebody that is the same level as you, all you've done is cut your practice time, your amount of table time, in half. If you play somebody better than you, you've cut your table time by maybe 75%. I know guys that show up at the pool hall and don't get to shoot that day. So because somebody's running racks. So understand that playing is not practice. So tip number 2, playing is not practice. What was tip number 1? You have no idea how much you don't know. Tip number 3, play on larger tables when you can. Most of you that have been playing on bar boxes and you've been having some level of success on bar boxes, you have got to move up. At the minimum, get on an 8-foot table. The average person in their house is going to have an 8-foot table. The tournament size tables are going to be 9-foot tables. There are plenty of tables, plenty of tournaments and professional events that are played on bar boxes. You guys don't realize this because you're always talking about the size of somebody's table, but Shane plays on 7-foot tables. Alex plays on 7-foot tables. There are bar box tournaments every single day. So don't think that you can't be the best bar box player out there. But the one thing that you need to understand is every one of those bar box players has the majority of their experience on larger tables. So when you get an opportunity to play on large tables, you absolutely should. My first table as a teenager was a 7-foot table that I bought with my own money, but my best friend, Ernie, I used to play pool with him. We came up together shooting pool. His grandfather had a 10-foot pool table, and every opportunity we had, we went over there and played on that 10-foot table, and that's what made us good. So play on bigger tables whenever you can. If you have an opportunity, play in a league. Right now with COVID-19 running crazy all over the country, or at least most places in the country, the leagues are going to be, at the minimum, scarce. In many cases, they're going to be non-existent. In some cases, they're going to get back to work and then have to reverse and close down. So understand that the leagues you might not have access to them for a few months, but play in a league, play competition as often as possible, because this is a wake-up call for a lot of players. A lot of guys who think they're good because they beat up everybody in their bar and everybody in the bar sucks, thinks that they have game. But if you play in leagues and you play in tournaments, you find out that there is a totally new level of play out there that you might not be familiar with. So keep that in mind. And by the way, that applies to guys that go to pool halls too. Because there's a lot of guys that show up at the pool hall and they're on table 1 or table 2, but the real players are on table 13 and 15, and they don't even realize the talent that's in the room with them. So they're beating up their buddy on table 1 and 2, and they don't realize that 50 feet away on table 13, 14, and 15 are these elite players running racks. So they still don't see an elite player play even though they're in the same room with them. So understand that there's a lot better players than you out there, and you need to find them, and they're in the leagues. So find a league, get into the league, and be safe. I always use the comparison of kids on the playground. When I grew up, I was playing basketball like crazy. I mean, 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. And one of the things that I noticed on the basketball court, and the same thing applies in the bars and in the pool halls, you got the half-court kids. The half-court kids are the ones who spend so much time counting down 3, 2, 1 and trying to make that half-court shot that they can't do a layup. So if you're wasting your time trying to do something stupid on the pool table, stop, because you need to use that time for practice. Now, if you got a table at home and you're putting in 5 hours a day, do whatever you want. But if you only have an hour on a table a couple times a week or once a week, you better use that hour towards doing drills and running balls, because you do not want to waste that time. Now, I had a guy totally lose his mind one day because I said in one of my videos, I walked in on a student that had been waiting for me, and the student was practicing bank shots. And I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm practicing my bank shots." I said, "Why are you practicing your bank shots? You need to work on your position play." And the guy took this to think that I meant don't practice bank shots. Of course you're going to practice your bank shots. But if you're a relatively new player and you only get an hour or a couple hours a week on a pool table, shooting 100 bank shots is the absolute positively worst use of your time, unless you're going to be playing one pocket or bank pool. And the majority of the people, I would go out and say 99.9995% of the people watching this video do not look to be one pocket or bank pool players. So learn to play good position, and your practice time needs to be broken down into percentages. So if you're going to spend 90% of your time trying to get position, that's where you spend 90% of your practice time. If you're going to be shooting bank shots all day, it means you're playing bad position. So there's not that much defense in the world. What you need to do is you need to get good at the things that come up the most often. And if you think I don't practice bank shots, you haven't seen any of my videos on instinctive banking, because I enforce that you have to practice and practice and practice these shots. But the point that I'm making is practice the things that are going to make you better at the table and have you win games. And bank shots should probably be about 5 or 10% of your time. And I'm just using that as an example. But don't waste your time doing things that aren't going to come up in matches on a frequent basis. And again, I know a lot of low-level players shoot a lot of bank shots because you play bad position. But you know what? If you play better position, then you will play fewer bank shots. Next item I would recommend is monitor your growth. Now, you're shooting drills, you're practicing, you're shooting racks, whatever. Keep good notes. How many shots does it take you to run a rack of 15 balls if you can just shoot any ball in? How many opportunities does it take you at a table to run 5 balls off in rotation? What is your biggest run? What is your longest run? What's the most balls you made on a break? Keep score of these things, and you will thank me 5 years from now, because I was a pretty good player 15 years ago, but I can tell you what my scores are on specific drills 15 years ago because I was writing them down, and still today look back on them, and it feels great to see those numbers and realize that I'm still growing and still getting better. So score your practices, and you will thank me later because it'll show your growth. Last 3 things. 1, practice your breaks. Too many players do not practice breaking. If you're playing 9-ball especially, your break is so important to your game. Make sure you practice your break. I'm going to be putting out videos on breaking, and I hope that you guys watch them. If I already put it out, when this is released, I'll put a link right here. but practice your break is something that a lot of beginners do not do. They think all you're doing is scattering the balls, but that's not the case. When you break the balls in pool, you should have a mission. So practice your break. Next thing, if you have an opportunity, take lessons. Whether it's virtual lessons like we offer on FXBilliards.com or whether it is in-person lessons, if you do not get one-on-one instruction, you will never be great at this game. There's no player that has, I don't care who he is, somebody taught him how to shoot the ball, how to play position. You can learn it on your own, but you know what? You don't have enough time because it would take you 50 years to cover what a good instructor is going to cover for you in 1/10 the time. So make sure you are going to not just expand your growth watching videos, reading books, listening to tapes, all of those things, but if you have an opportunity, take private lessons. And the last thing I'll leave you guys with is there is no magic pill. There's a lot of tricks. There's tricks to shooting a better draw shot. There's tricks to making a forced follow shot. There's tricks to getting better position. And we cover all of those in the videos. But there's no magic pill. I have people hit me up in the comments sometimes, and I'm caught between crying and laughing at these people because they say things like, well, the trick to bank shots, you guys won't share with anyone. Or there's a, professionals know about this and they won't share. There's no secrets. There's no secrets in pool. Okay, I've taught you guys, me, Chris, Doc, all these guys on the internet have taught you the secrets. There are no secrets. This is how you do the things. And the magic pill is that you practice your ass off. And when you get up to 10,000 hours of deliberate practice, you're probably a very good player at that point. So understand that there's no magic trick to becoming really good at this game really fast. The best players in the world have 10,000 hours. I talk about this 10,000 hours all the time. That is 3 hours a day for 10 years. So when you've done that and you're not one of the best players, come see me. But until then, that's what it takes to be really, really good at this game. So keep that in mind. There are no magic pills. All right? Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. And sorry if I was hard on some of you guys, but I got to be real with you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat the reality of this game because it's not doing you any good.